right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League as we are here for another day of sweet, sweet playoff action. I'm Rockerman, joined in the booth once again by Mr. Ventus. Ventus, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing so great. I mean, this matchup specifically is so close to me. I mean, my brother's playing for Galaxy. I know Muffin. I'm really close friends with a lot of the Whiteout guys. I mean, overall, I'm super heavily invested into this series specifically, and I think it can be a good one. I think that both these teams are going to show out. Galaxy gonna surprise us probably. I know that a lot of the times they haven't really had their full roster. I know ACX missed the last couple weeks of the season to make Galaxy fall into that play-in spot. But when ACX has been there for the team, they have played very well.
Yeah, they definitely have, and we saw their run through the play-in tournament to make it to this point, and they are definitely gonna be a team to watch out for. And Ventus, we've seen many times in seasons past that sometimes these play-in teams can just come in super hot and pull off some crazy upsets against the 1 and the 2 seeds.
Yeah, I mean, and it's everybody's game. I mean, there's not one team. I mean, Whiteout obviously is the one seed, has that little bit of an advantage. All three of those players very high rated, especially on the player rating. I know Flip is top five. I know Kami is, I believe, top 10. He might be top 15. But I mean, those guys just are very valuable, especially in the Nemesis Gaming League. And it's surprising when you have players like Muffin and Kami who are these Titan League drop downs, who are these lower sals in the rival league. They gives you so much value. They give you that veteran presence that you need. And when you go into a long series like a best of seven, they're the two players that you want to rely on.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be keeping our eyes on them tonight. See that veteran presence here, and gonna see who's gonna take this one. And speaking of take this one, Ventus, I gotta get your prediction. We got the players joined up in the lobby. Who do you got in this one?
I think this is a heart over head. I mean, my heart, obviously, I want Galaxy to win. I gotta root for my brother, but my mind is telling me that Whiteout is gonna take it. I think Galaxy will put up a good fight. I think it'll go to six, but I think Whiteout takes it.
Alrighty, well, things are underway here. We are gonna get game one underway, and starting out with no time wasted, Kamikaze sends it in the back of the net.
Yeah, you talk about no time wasted. ACX just not a great touch, trying to get a pinch, and it just drops right into Kamikaze's lap. Spuff not able to get the boost in the midfield, and a good shot from Kami is just gonna give Whiteout an early lead. And as Galaxy, you do not want that to happen. You do not want Whiteout to get started early. You want to kind of stun them, get the first couple goals, maybe grab the first game. But with the way that Whiteout has this pressure right now, flip a good shot on net. But that one gonna be saved away by Boy Wonder, and Galaxy really got to turn the tables early if they want to take game one, because game one in this series is gonna be very important.
Yeah, it is going to be very important. And yeah, we didn't even, the scoring happened so quickly to start this game one. We didn't even get to introduce the rosters, but you can see Whiteout here, that number one seed. They are in the brown tonight with Flip, Kamikaze, and Moifin. And then on the opposite side of Galaxy, made that run through the play-in tournament. Secured the ace seed, and well, we won't get to introduce all of them quite yet. How about we look at a little bit of Moifin action?
Yeah, I mean, a good shot from Muffin. A good pass by Flip, not gaining too much power on that 50 back into the midfield. Just letting his teammate be able to get a chance to shoot that ball. And Muffin slots it top right corner. There were two defenders potentially putting a hand up as well, Spuff and Boy Wonder. But just the placement was so good that they couldn't do anything to stop it. And Whiteout, early 2-0 lead, a lot of domination. Galaxy not really holding possession very well.
Yeah, not really taking control, and yeah, that Galaxy squad. We've seen him in the play-in tournament, but ACX, Boy Wonder, and Spuff trying to find an answer back after dropping down early. And you mentioned Aventus, especially as this lower seed here, you want to come out and kind of put the pressure on that number one seed. Don't give them the confidence that they are, just going to run away with this match. Obviously, this Whiteout team was great during the regular season, securing that number one overall seed and that 14-4 record, but this team, they were very good, but Ventus, like I said, you got to come out and put the pressure on. But right now, Galaxy down by 2, and they really haven't broken out of their zone yet.
Yeah, I mean, the boosts have been starving them. They haven't been able to maintain any of their corner boosts, and when they do, they get demoed like that demo on Muffin right there. and Galaxy having to just play a lot of defense. I see a lot of the times they're just banging the ball away with that low boost. They really need to slow the play down, try to maintain as much possession. As a whiff coming up from Boy Wonder is not going to help that either, but a clear like that will. I mean, Galaxy gonna have to step up big time, especially with keeping possession. Their speed is matching a play. ACX a good shot on net, but unfortunately it just goes post out. But a good pass here, maybe a potential shot, but it looks like a double commit. Both teams, or both members from Galaxy leave the ball. And when there's miscommunications like that, when you do have those offensive chances, you need to secure the goal there.
Yeah, that one is one that they're definitely going to want back, as Flip is going to be challenging this one back to his own end, but that one just not quite going to get in net. But yeah, that was one that Galaxy needed to capitalize on. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be this time, as now Whiteout is back on the attack. A big dunk coming down, ACX out in the midfield. Moifin looking to challenge on this one, going to find a good block, playing patient against Boy Wonder. And this one now up. Going to be blocked to the corner, Kamikaze. Trying to get to this one. It's going to be 50 off the sidewall there. ACX looking to take control. This one sent down out to the midfield, as Whiteout continuing just to hold on here. Galaxy, though, finally able to break out, send this one across the side. Not the best touch there from Kamikaze, but he's still going to get it up. A little bit of a double commit, though, comes through this one. Off the ceiling, opportunity. Here goes Boy Wonder for the shot. He puts it in the back of the net there, and Galaxy is on the board.
Yeah, and that's a great, able to capitalize on that mistouch by Kami. Flip trying to cover for him, but the pass from ACX to Boy Wonder. Boy Wonder, a great shot. When Boy Wonder is shooting the ball efficiently and in placing it very well, he is a very threatening shooter. I mean, he's somebody who you should not take lightly, especially when he is on his game, especially in that shot department. He can place the ball so well, generate a lot of power. But as I say that, Kamikaze gonna get a good shot of his own with a lot of power, and they're gonna negate that one goal that Galaxy had.
Yeah, and that's just a beautiful shot from Kamikaze. He is a very great player in the rival league, Ventus. I mean, one of the everyone talking at the beginning of the season when the new season started, season 12 here. They're like, who do you want here? And Kamikaze was definitely on a lot of people's lists right there as, you know, someone to watch out for. And you know that we can definitely see why right there.
Yeah, I mean, being that low salary, I believe he is a 1673. So when you have your rival league cap all the way up to 1789, and you have a player who's that solid, that high floor, and the high ceiling that Kamikaze brings at a low salary cost, it's very valuable. I can see why a lot of teams wanted him. He has been showing out early in this series as well. A flip reset, potentially looking for a shot, but that one's going to be saved away. And once again, Galaxy struggling to just maintain their defense.
Yeah, not able to get out of the net here. And right now, Whiteout is looking good as the big demo comes out, opening up some space. But final 40 seconds here of game number 1. Whiteout looking to hold on. Another demo on the back end by Flip. This one dropped down. ACX looking to take control, looking to flick it by one. Another one's coming. He's going to get over the top of him. But now Kamikaze's back. One-on-one opportunity. Big 50 coming out here. Trying to turn the shot on his Boy Wonder, but Moifin is back there in time. This Galaxy hoping to find one with at least a second left on the clock here. But Kamikaze looking to take this one down. Trying to find the read, but Spuff is going to deny that one off to the side there. And last chance here, Galaxy trying to counter off the corner, looking for the shot off the backboard of Kamikaze, trying to reach out to it. Boy Wonder patiently waiting, shot attempt, but it's going to be cleared a long way. And that is going to do it here in a game number 1 there. Whiteout, the number 1 seed, going to hold on strong.
Yeah, I mean, very dominant looking as well. Flip having 6 demos. I mean, he's not necessarily known much as a player who goes for a lot of these demos. I mean, that's very interesting to see. I know that he has done well opening up the space for Whiteout, and that has allowed Whiteout just to have a bunch of pressure, maintain all those shots on net, and Galaxy have just really had a hard time on the defensive side and the midfield. I mean, once again, I talked about it. They haven't been maintaining their possession. They did a little bit better towards the second half. They had some signs of life. They had a good shot and a couple good shots, especially towards the end of that game. But, I mean, the defense from Whiteout just held out, and they were able to turn it back onto a counterattack in Galaxy's half. And so Galaxy really got to struggle and really strive to maintain that possession, because when the going gets tough, you want to be able to hold the ball. You don't want to have to just panic and throw the ball away. You need to stay composed.
Yeah, you definitely do. And You got to watch out here for this Whiteout offense. It can be so aggressive here, and Kamikaze really led the way against his former team in that last game there. Played on Galaxy last season, now on Whiteout, put 2 goals in the back of the net, and that was the difference there in game number 1. But now, as we head into game 2 on Urban Central, Galaxy ball is in their court, both figuratively and literally right now, as they're going to try to bounce back in this one. ACX looking to take the ball off the sidewall there, flip, keeping the pressure on, trying to find another touch. But Kamikaze going to take control, send this one off the backboard. Boy Wonder clearing it a long way. He's looking for Spuff, trying to shoot, but Moifin, great defensive presence there to get back and block that one away. And that's really what's impressed me so far, Aventus, in games 1 and game 2, is that defense is always back until I start talking, and then ACX scores.
Yeah, I mean, that's the caster curse right there. It happens to me all the time, so don't worry about it too much there. But a good play from Boy Wonder, able to get the pinch into the midfield, I believe. Yeah, and then ACX, a good follow-up. Whiteout had a good... They left their third man back far enough to be able to play that, but Muffin just didn't play that well enough, didn't hold the possession, didn't get a good enough 50 to where he was able to keep Galaxy from scoring and letting his teammates rotate back with enough time. And, I mean, Galaxy really going to have to turn into the counterattack style where they're able to hunker down on defense, find Boy Wonders staying in the midfield. He loves to play a little bit cherry pick offense and stay up a little bit, looking for these passes and getting these redirects. And a double fake coming out, almost getting it past Kamikaze is Boy Wonder, and a shot coming up from Spuff, and that one's going to find the back of the net. Whiteout seemingly lost in their defensive rotations. They're not really sure what happened there. Flip, not a great clear, and it looked like neither Kami or Muffin wanted to go for that ball.
Yeah, and that one just pops up into the midfield there, and yeah, set up by the great double fake from Boy Wonder. Forcing defense awkward, and Galaxy find 2 quick goals here in game number 2. Trying to tie things up as a double commit, though, comes out on the other side. Kamikaze going to win it over the top, but Whiteout not quite there to find the offensive follow. This one's by 1 flip. He's going to pop it over the top there. This one shot towards the net, and Whiteout is caught out again. ACX sends it in once more, and Galaxy have a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, and I think that Whiteout have just not been challenging very well. I think Galaxy might have picked up the pace a little bit. Whiteout was not expecting it. They've gotten caught out a lot of times where they're just getting full beat to the ball. Galaxy doing a really good job, especially when you see that third man committing, just being able to get that last beat. Is another potential shot coming out. Boy Wonder, a good flick, and a demo on Spuff is going to make it so there's no shot attempt. Kami looking for an air dribble of his own. A double commit, save coming out. Boy Wonder getting that one, and Galaxy struggling to keep this ball out of their corner. Flip getting another touch into the midfield. Kami looking for a shot, and that one is going to go in. Whiteout strike back, get a goal, and I mean, the offense seems like it's already still there.
Yeah, it's still there. They always have it ready, locked and loaded. At a moment's notice, they can fire up and find the back of the net like they did right there. And yeah, Galaxy was just a hair away from going up 4-0, and now the tables have turned. Now it's only a 3-1 lead. Still a 2-goal cushion, but a couple of misses on all sides there. A little bit awkward in the midfield by both teams there. But that ball still going to be cleared off to the side. And Moifin sending it back in. ACX sending it down. Looking for a redirected Spuff, but not able to send that one on target. His flip is going to die, but Boy Wonder beat him to the ball there. Spuff off the corner, but it's going to hit off Boy Wonder's car. Not able to keep the offensive pressure there, but now this one out in the midfield. Boy Wonder trying to get to that one. It's waterfalling right down in front of the net, and it's going to be sent in. An own goal comes out. Boy Wonder gets credit, but that one a tough break.
Yeah, that's disastrous for Kami. I mean, or Muffin, sorry. Muffin was the one that own goaled that one. Boy Wonder, a great dunk on that last man back. Able to get the beat, understanding all he has to do is just play a smart 50. Is able to do so. And, I mean, Muffin kind of has to expect that there's another teammate from Galaxy playing that, needs to play the touch out fast and keep it from going in his net with that awkward waterfall bounce. And, I mean, unfortunately for Muffin, he wasn't able to get that one. And Galaxy going up 3 goals. This is very different from what we saw. Whiteout look very panicked. A lot of their defensive rotations seem to be out of sorts. And Galaxy gonna capitalize, get another goal on another counterattack. Spuff a good pass out, and ACX just getting a beat on the midfield player of Whiteout once again. And Galaxy just seemed to be outspeeding Whiteout.
Ventus, now I just look like I don't know ball right here after after complimenting the rotations, and then 5 goals come through in this game too. I mean, that's just crazy, and you really got to give credit to Galaxy for finding these holes in the defensive end of Whiteout. They've done a great job putting on the offensive pressure, and Whiteout just really hasn't been able to break out and recover. And 5-1 now for Galaxy as they're looking to tie this series up. Spuff taking this one and going to find the musty flick, looking to find the double, but great control from Kami as he's taking this one off the backboard, trying to find a flip reset of his own, but this one could be sent towards the net, and ACX, he's going to find another one into the net.
Yeah, and this is just a big mistake from Kami, not able to get that touch that he wants on the pop from his flip on the back wall. And I mean, when he has to try to follow it up, he goes and gets greedy and goes for this flip reset in an awkward position. And when he isn't able to get it, ACX just absolutely pounces on the ball. ACX having a great showing, able to score 4 goals for the Galaxy side. And I mean, he has come out big, especially for the offense waking up. I think Spuff and Boy Wonder have also done a great job looking for these passes, getting the beats in the midfield. And that's really been the game changer. Their midfield pressure and presence looks so different than it did in Game 1. They were allowing a lot of pressure to come from Whiteout. And once Whiteout gonna score again, flip, getting a little bit of a freebie. It looked like that one was a little bit awkward. Kami kind of faking that last defender out in ACX. And Whiteout get another goal. They still have to come back from a 4 goal deficit, sorry. And I mean, it's gonna be difficult. If anybody can do it, it's Whiteout though.
Yeah, but the time is most certainly not in their favor as we're down to the final 45 seconds of game number 2. Galaxy really just has to park the bus here, and they're trying to do so as they're holding the ball in their corner. ACX just going to pop this one lightly into the corner as Whiteout desperately trying to make something happen. Flip going to drop it down. Boyfriend trying to find the touch out, but can't quite do it. Spuff looking to stall. He pops up in the midfield. A little bit of a double commit, but they are going to clear it away here. Flip looking to find a pass to Moifin off the backboard, really high up there. Kamikaze, he's trying to find that read, but not quite on target as that one is going to be sent down. And Galaxy, with the time remaining, will be able to hold on to this Game 2 victory, and a dominating offensive showing from Galaxy right there, really just pulling out all the stops, right when it seemed like maybe Whiteout is just going to run away with the pressure in this series. Ventus Galaxy, they come through strong, a big Game 2 win.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm kind of surprised. It seems like Galaxy just were not awake for game number 1. They decided to show out here in game number 2. The speed clicked. They were able to get a lot of beats in the midfield. It looked like they were faster than Whiteout almost every single ball in the midfield and in the air, in the middle of the map. And I mean, it came down to just speed. Whiteout reliant on their speed, reliant on getting those beats in the midfield, and when it didn't happen, they kind of crumbled. I mean, a lot of their rotations were set on relying on their first man to win the challenge, not even just get a 50 or get a force. And so when we see that not turning out in their favor, they're playing a little bit too optimistically, and then they have to try to rush back and cover for those mistakes.
Yeah, and when you're panicking and when you're rushing on the defensive end, it will often lead to goals. And Kamikaze is trying to make Galaxy panic here as this one is up. Boy Wonder has to make the jump. The ball's still floating there. A little bit of a half commit from Spuff and ACX, but they are going to get the ball cleared for a moment. But now we're into this game number 3. A crucial start to this series. Who's going to move themselves 2-1 in this one? Galaxy can't get back to that one. Moifin, it's going to go off Spuff's car, and he puts it in the back of his own net.
Yeah, and I mean, ACX low boost, but with Spuff being back fully 0, Spuff needs to play a little bit more safer, and ACX needs to not leave that play there. Leaving that play gives Muffin all the space. Spuff feeling like he has to close some of it down, pushes a little bit too far into the midfield, and he's going to get punished. A good shot by Muffin. Obviously, Spuff being the one own goaling it, unfortunate, has to make a touch on it, or make an attempt on the save. But, I mean, overall, they kind of just let Whiteout have a free goal. I mean, in low... Oh, my gosh. The ACX almost had a crazy redirect there, but unfortunately it's just off. But Galaxy getting some offensive pressure.
Oh, my goodness. I thought he was going to hit that angle. That would have been nasty, Ventus, but ACX couldn't quite get it down off of that bar there. And, yeah, Galaxy trying to attack back here. Find themselves down 1 early in game number 3. Demo attempt coming through. Kamikaze has to make the squishy save. He does. Great defense from him to block that one away. Is now Galaxy kind of letting Kami do whatever he wants there, but Spuff finally going to challenge him in the midfield. This ball off to the corner. Boy Wonder sending it down. Double commit comes through from Whiteout. This one off to the side. Spuff going to get it by 1. Flip looking to take control, but Boy Wonder, he's right on top of that one. It's off the sidewall. Boy Wonder, he's waiting on the backboard. Oh my gosh, he's trying to find something, but he's going to be denied away. His Galaxy really putting out all the stops here. This one off the backboard looking for a block, but Spuff, he can't touch that one. Right now, Galaxy still keeping the pressure going. Moifin trying to race back this one. Demo attempt comes through ACX, sending it towards the net, and that one, oh my goodness, Flip barely able to get back to that one. But right now, Ventus, after that early goal, wait a minute, this one popped up just across. But after that early goal, Galaxy started to really find their offensive pressure.
Yeah, and I mean, it's been a lot of good cuts and good shots, but it looks like this is just a shot from the sidewall. Kami gonna kind of catch the defense of Galaxy lacking, and it looked like a missed touch from ACX, gonna just lay it right into Kami's lap, and he's gonna just shoot this one. It's gonna go in. Whiteout, even though Galaxy had a lot of pressure, it seems like it's all for naught. Whiteout able to get a 2-goal lead now.
Yeah, it just seemed like, oh, is this one gonna be shot again? Kamikaze coming off the kickoff, and another one that Spuff isn't quite able to handle.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately for Spuff, there's not much you can do. You have to expect it to be a very fast shot, especially when you have to respect the ability of Kamikaze. Kamikaze not getting the best touch. I don't know whether it was fully intentional, trying to slow down the shot, make it a little bit more awkward for the defender, and Spuff wasn't able to use that speed from the shot to redirect it off. And I mean, when it happens like that, it's just going to end up going in the net. And unfortunately, Whiteout look to be back in form. I don't know if they're necessarily fully back than what we saw in game number 1, but they look like they have quickened their pace of play, and they're cutting the ball back off in the midfield, and Galaxy is starting to struggle, especially being caught out with low boost in the midfield.
Yeah, and it looks like Whiteout is starting to find those passing plays that they had earlier on. We saw an attempt right there, forcing Galaxy a little bit awkward as here comes Spuff, trying to send this one in, just going to push it to the corner. This one popped up here. Flip taking it up in the air, trying to find another touch. It's going to pop on the midfield. Moifin going to send it in the corner as Boy Wonder pops it up high. Trying to follow this one. Send it up in the midfield. Spuff not going to get a touch. It almost works out as a fake there, but Moifin back just in time to clear it away. So we got a minute and 50 seconds remaining here with this one shot towards that. Spuff going to make a great save there. Galaxy trying to race out. Boy Wonder was looking for that pop. Couldn't quite find it, but here comes Spuff sending a banger towards the net there, but Kami is able to get to that one and send it off to the side. As a little bit of a fake comes through, Spuff trying to fire it in. Moifin can use all his boost. A big opportunity for ACX, but he's not going to find it. It's going to try to work out as a fake, but they can't quite put it on net there. The Whiteout defense is standing strong. Spuff trying to find something insane there. It almost works out again as a fake. And Galaxy, they're really just sending the entire house right now, which, I mean, you got to do when you're down by 3.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're going to get caught out, but Spuff thankfully getting back for the Galaxy lineup, not allowing that over-rotation to cause them any harm. But, I mean, when they do that, when they throw all those members at the offensive attack, they really have to convert those chances, because they start to lose all of their boost. They run low, and then the counter happens, and then they get stuck. And we saw that just like Whiteout were able to do now. They're able to suffocate them because of the over rotations, the excessive boost usage and cuts in the midfield to try to maintain that pressure. And when it's sustained like that and they don't get the goal, they run out of resources, and Whiteout has the chance to fully counter.
Yeah, they do, and they've done a great job to find those counters. And yeah, it does seem like Galaxy, they just need to convert on those offensive opportunities, but the Whiteout defense is still holding strong there, and now up 4-0 here in this game number 3. A good bounce back game from them after getting kind of popped in the mouth a little bit in that last game. As a big demo comes out, but Moifin, he's able to get to it. Galaxy again close to making an opportunity. ACX, he's going to ring that one off the post, but Flip is going to send it down. Kamikaze is out there waiting, and they are going to counter one more time. And, you know, that's all about wraps for game 3.
Yeah, I mean, it was going to be a good shot, whether it was on target or not. I mean, I think Kami had the save regardless, coming out from the squishy save, which is absolutely insane that he was able to read that play and read that Boy Wonder was going for a bump on Muffin. He wasn't going to be able to get a touch. And I mean, Whiteout's defense really showing out in game number what was this, 3, and they are able to just get quick counterattack goals. And we keep seeing playstyle changes between both these teams. I mean, we saw a Whiteout really focus on how Galaxy is playing right now. They're just able to suffocate them in the midfield, get a bunch of pressure, and eventually whittle down the defense. And now they're just playing, okay, we'll let you throw everything you have at us. We'll just counterattack and capitalize on your rotational mistakes. And it's completely different from what we saw in games 1 and 2. And I think that was the big difference here in game 3.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, they really just had the pressure going their way. I mean, Galaxy did have those shots, 9 shots there, but Whiteout the 7 saves on their end. So just denying Galaxy, those good offensive opportunities. And now Ventus, we're going to be heading into a big game number 4 here, where Whiteout can put themselves up 3-1 in the series. A great spot for the 1 seed, but Galaxy, they really need to find this one to try to tie the series up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, definitely. You do not want to go down to 3-1, especially giving that gap in the lead. You want to keep it close. You want to keep it within 1 game. And they might use their timeout. I know that we're having a server reset. They asked for a server reset. Maybe they're just trying to stall for a little more time, trying to milk their timeout a little bit. But they got to talk about how to keep the rotation solid, maintain the small boost pads. They were running out of resources a lot of the time on the offensive side of the ball, and so they need to rely more on these pads and willing to release some of the pressure to maintain possession and maintain their resources. And they have to find that balance, because right now they're throwing everything they have at the wall and hope something sticks, and when it doesn't, they just quickly get countered and it becomes a goal. And then for the Whiteout side, they might change up their playstyle once again, just to mess with the Galaxy roster, kind of get in their heads a little bit, and they might come back out being really aggressive. I have no clue what's going to happen, but either way, it's a very crucial game for both sides.
Yeah, it is. It's a big game, and then we're gonna have to see who's gonna come out on top here, Ventus. It's a big one. Whiteout looking to go up 3-1 here with a win here, and Galaxy hoping to close it out right here and bring it back to a tied series, as we're gonna get things underway for game number 4. As Boyfin popping this one up, sending it off to the side here. Spuff gonna take control, and really for me, Ventus, as we get into this game for Galaxy, I just really need to see them convert on these opportunities. I feel like we saw a lot of great chances even in that last game that they didn't put in the back of the net. And I feel like it's got to be the conversion in game 4 here.
Yeah, I mean, if they're able to convert these chances, it doesn't matter if they throw everything at the offensive side. It looked like a potential attack option once again for Galaxy there, but that one's going to be saved away. And, I mean, Galaxy seems like they're keeping to their previous method of just playing very aggressive, and I mean they have to convert on these save chances, or otherwise they'll allow these counterattacks like that just happen for Whiteout. We see the over rotations, we see that Galaxy having to rush back on defense just to try to get a save, and when you have 3 members of Whiteout being able to convert back to the offensive side of the ball, it turns into a recipe for disaster for Galaxy.
Yeah, that one, another tough one. The Whiteout is really, they're the ones playing the counterattack game. We talked about maybe Galaxy had to play it, but right now it's Whiteout that is putting that counterattack to perfection. Is this one? Oh my goodness, almost dropped in by Flip, but instead it's going to be cleared out, but it's still up in the midfield. Moifin is trying to send a banger towards the net, but Boy Wonder going to take control. That one is going to be hit around him though, and into the corner. Control taken by Kamikaze. He's going to try to send this one up. He's going to push it across there. As this one shot off the backboard, Moifin is there for the 50. Boy Wonder sending this one up high. ACX got to get the clear, but he doesn't find the touch. This ball is a little bit dangerous. Moifin just going to casually stroll for that boost there and find a bump. And now Flip going to take control here, trying to send it. Another bump comes out inside the net there, but Galaxy still going to survive. And now big opportunity. Send it down towards Boy Wonder, but Moifin is back on the defensive end. And that one, good defense by Galaxy, holding on. But Whiteout, they still have themselves a lead here as they're trying to find a redirect off the backboard, but it's going to be just off target.
Yeah, and I mean, Galaxy have done very well to hold down and hunker down on defense. They've had a couple scoring chances. They had a potential counterattack that Whiteout was just able to save. Muffin was barely able to get back. And this one, Muffin going to get a shot here. And it looks like Galaxy caught out once again with no boost. on the rotation back, relying on the corner boost. It's not, or the mid boost. It wasn't going to spawn, and ACX with just 0 boost, not able to get a touch.
Yeah, and it looks like there's an opportunity maybe for ACX to challenge really early there and try to cut off that pressure, instead opting to go back, doesn't pick up any boost, and yeah, just put him a little bit too awkward there. And now Whiteout find themselves up 2-0 here in game 4, looking to put themselves on series point and want to win away from the semifinals. Let's flip off the backboard. This one is going to be popped up high. Spuff trying to get up to it, but doesn't have the boost to quite make it all the way up there as Kamikaze. He's got all the boost there, trying to stay with it. Gonna leave it down for Flip. Boy Wonder has to respect both attempts. He's able to make a good save there to get it off. As this one out to Spuff, trying to drop it down, but Kami on the backside, he gets a bump on ACX. Boy Wonder, a big 50 high off the backboard. Kami, this is gonna be a tough read. Flip's gonna have to help him out. They are gonna get it out there. But Galaxy now, maybe a little bit of an attack here, but ACX, no boost. He's gonna send this one up high. An opportunity again. This one dropping in the corner here. Kamikaze is up. Spuff is blocking that one. This one dropping down. Flip is going to take control. No one from Galaxy quite ready to challenge his Flip. Looking for that one. Still going to be sent out. Moifin, he can't connect. He's going to try to leave it. Dropping this one down. He's going to get it by ACX for a moment. And that one is going to be flicked over the top. Could be a shot opportunity. Going towards the net. Boy Wonder is racing back just in time. But still Ventus, it remains at a 2-goal lead as that one almost finds the back of the net.
Yeah, and Whiteout has done such a great job of controlling the boost. They have been able to steal a bunch of boost pads, the large boost pads specifically, from the Galaxy in the midfield and keep their rotations. Oh no! Boy Wonder hitting that around that Spuff as that attacker, and it completely took away a free goal, I believe, from Galaxy. And that one's absolutely disastrous, especially with down 2 goals with only a minute left. You want to convert on that one.
Oh man, Ventus. They took your great point and then they squandered an open net right there. A big mistake. It was 3-on-0. They just had to put it in, and miscommunication there. Boy Wonder must have been thinking there was someone back in net, but there was no one around. And unfortunately for Galaxy, now they still find themselves scoreless, still down by 2, but a big demo from Spuff. He's looking for Kamikaze. He finds the bump. It's another big opportunity. It's still there. Boy Wonder looking for the shot. He's going to redeem himself, sending it in, and Galaxy now within 1.
Yeah, the sniper back, Boy Wonder back once again with a great shot, great power, and putting it top left just past Kamikaze, who pushed up a little bit, expecting a shot across the net, and Boy Wonder doing a great job of just putting it behind that last defender. And, I mean, 1 goal, he makes up for his mistake where he kind of saved it away from his own teammate, and putting them back within 1 goal, very doable in 30 seconds. Galaxy have shown signs of life. They are going to have to beat out Whiteout in the midfield. Going to have to steal those mid boosts and secure that midfield presence if they want to be able to score, though.
Yeah, they are, as a big double commit comes out right there. Final seconds here for Galaxy. Can they find something to force overtime? This ball sent up. It's dropping down to Kamikaze. He's going to find a touch. They're trying to drop it out in the midfield. Kamikaze, though, he's back to it. Spuff gonna have to make the save. Now Galaxy gonna have to try to take it the length of the pitch. Whiteout is trying to drop it down. It's gonna stay up on the wall. It's out in the midfield. Spuff, he's able to keep it up here. It's just Kamikaze back there. It's popped up there off the backboard. Can Galaxy find the read? It's still floating in the midfield. Boy Wonder, he's jumping. He's trying to drop it in. The follow-up attempt is gonna be denied away. But that one, it's actually gonna stay up on the wall there. Galaxy trying to do something here. Boy Wonder, he's gonna pop it up off their backboard. Whiteout just need to ground it. A big bump comes through. The ball is still up somehow. ACX, he's over the top of one. Kamikaze, he's going to inexplicably keep that one up there. And Galaxy is still going to stay on this one. Flip, he's going to find a touch. Spuppy is waiting over there. They have an opportunity. It's off the backboard here. Whiteout is sending it to the side. The longest 0 seconds of all time comes to an end. And Whiteout are going to hold on and survive in Game 4.
I thought we were gonna see another 0-second equalizing goal come out. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat during that 0-second timer. I mean, Galaxy had the chances. They had a potential to make that comeback. They definitely kept it very close with Whiteout. These are very close games. Whiteout just getting a little bit ahead early, and that was really the game changer. Galaxy was able to come back and get the pressure that they needed, but because Whiteout scored that quick goal in the very beginning of game number 4 and were able to get another one on top of that early, make countering those mistakes from Galaxy, that was the real game changer. They were able to get ahead early, and so even when Galaxy was able to mount a comeback, they could just hold on.
Yeah, Ventus. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to catch my breath for like a couple games after that one because man, they kept that ball up for an eternity, and then it seemed like there was almost one more opportunity, but still Whiteout. They do well. They hold on there, and we do have the timeout coming through from a Galaxy here, and now Ventus. You know, with the way the series has gone, Whiteout the one seed up big here, 3-1, one win away. If you're Galaxy though, what are you talking about in this timeout to try to bring things back?
I think they're really talking about their boost management. I mean, we've seen them get capitalized on multiple times where that last defender in Spuff or ACX has been zero boost, relying on the mid or the back corner pad in the rotation back to net, and it hasn't been there. And they haven't been relying on the small pads rotating back. They need to just get 20 boost or so. They need to get those couple small pads to keep them being able to save that one shot on net that they need to in order for the other teammates to get back from their offensive push. And I mean, it's just buying time for their teammates. We've seen it. They've just gotten capitalized way too much on these counterattacks. And so they need to have one player stay a little bit more back, or they need to play small pads a little and manage their boost a little better so that they can make these saves and maintain the space a little bit better so that they don't fall victim to the counterattacks.
Yeah, no, I will 100% agree on the boost management. That was the big thing that Whiteout has been doing well in pretty much all these games right here. And now, as we head into game number 5, Galaxy are going to have a tough road ahead of them here if they're going to want to bring it back. But it starts right here on Manfield. This boy Wonder in the corner there. That one going to be blocked across by Flip. And Galaxy looking to take control. Moifin jumping on that one early off the backboard. 50 comes through. Kamikaze, though, he's got a Flip to work with, looking to take it down. Good control from him. Able to get in the midfield as Flip, an opportunity. He's going to fake it by 2. He's trying to turn things around here as this one still popped up. Moifin is pre-jumping, but that one blocked away just in time by ACX. A great offensive denial as this one again across and shot in by Flip and a Whiteout finding each other early.
Yeah, and Whiteout still have that confidence. You talked about Muffin going for a pre-jump on the pass middle, and it almost worked out. I mean, I can't even knock it. The Whiteout seemed to be able to hold the pressure a lot. They kept their speed up. They're seemingly back to their game 1 form where they're outspeeding Galaxy and just being able to take care of business on the offensive side of the ball. They don't have to rely too much on counterattacks. But Spuff trying to get a shot on Flip, an even better save, having to pre-flip across net. And, I mean, good shot attempt coming out from Galaxy, but once again, they need to convert on those chances.
Yeah, they do, for sure. Is that one? Yeah, that was an amazing save by Flip. Able to get to that one, guarding that post there, and able to get that one away. So Whiteout is going to hold on to their lead for now, but a 50 coming through, looking for something here, trying to float it down there. Almost an opportunity for Spuff, but he can't quite get it into the back of the net. Kamikaze looking to take control, looking to flick it up. Boy Wonder using a lot of boost to get out to that one, but they do find the clear for a moment. Flip harassing in the corner there. Boy Wonder looking to take control of that one. We pinched across. It's off the net, but Spuff is going to help it out there. Big miss, though, on the side here. Going to keep Whiteout on the attack. Spuff off to the sidewall. Flip again off the backboard. Boy Wonder, he can't touch that one. This one's sent to the corner. ACX desperately trying to get this ball out for Galaxy as Whiteout is still finding each other in midfield. Flip keeping control off the back wall, attacking again. ACX looking, trying to break out. Here comes Spuff with an opportunity. Does he have a flip reset? Oh my goodness, he's taking it down, but that one not quite on. Boy Wonder, he's going to block it up. A big opportunity here for ACX. He's going to hit it off the crossbar, though. He can't quite get that power down there. And that one, again, Ventus, another one where they could have had that. ACX again off the backboard. Galaxy is trying to attack here. Another one off the back, but it's going to be cleared away. And so close, but so far for Galaxy.
Yeah, I mean, Galaxy had so many potential shots that they could have scored. I know there's a shot where Spuff kind of went up early for a backboard read, didn't fully read the height on that one, thought it was going to die a little bit sooner, and wasn't able to get a shot on target, had to just lay it back up off the back wall. And I mean, it's those kind of shots that you need. You already beat out all 3 defenders of Whiteout. You just have to finish. You have to be able to put that shot on target with good power, and Galaxy just haven't been able to do that. ACX had a shot off the post. And I mean, Galaxy has the potential. I think that they are playing very neck and neck with Whiteout. They're contesting them at every single avenue, defense, offense, but they just haven't been able to finish their shots, and that's been the real difference.
Yeah, it really has. The defense of Whiteout and the lack of finishing from Galaxy has kept the series like it is, and the overcommit comes out from Galaxy. They were trying to push the pace, but Whiteout sends it in, flip with a big long clear.
Yeah, I mean, Spuff playing really close to Boy Wonder, and I think it's a little bit of a misplay, but also a misplay from Boy Wonder. Boy Wonder has to realize he's the third man back going for that air dribble play. Has to make sure he gets a 50. He can't play a weak 50 or get beat at all in that position, playing such a crucial role in that rotation. And unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do just that. And Whiteout are going to be able to just put a freebie on net. And with how hard Galaxy has to work to even get these shot attempts or to get a potential goal, it seems to just come very naturally to Whiteout.
Yeah, it does. And Galaxy gonna have to work harder than they've ever done before because minute 30 left in their season, possibly. If they can't find 2 goals here, Flip is gonna clear that one off the backboard, able to send it up high. Block in the midfield. Could be an opportunity trying to find that pass, but ACX just can't quite get it far enough for Boy Wonder. It's gonna allow Whiteout to send it back into the Galaxy zone. What a big miss there. Off the backboard, forces a double commit. Flip sends it in, and Whiteout find a third.
And I don't want to say that's the dagger quite yet, but in my head I'm thinking, man, it's been so tough for Galaxy to get goals. They've only been able to win. I guess their one win was a blowout, but they haven't really been able to score much against the Whiteout team besides that one game. And so they need to keep the scoring as low as possible. And with a 3-goal lead with just a minute left, it seems like Galaxy made a couple too many mistakes, especially on the defensive half. They haven't been able to get the touches they wanted, and it's been an absolute disaster for them.
Yeah, and now final opportunity. This ball has popped up. They might have one here, but that one again is going to ring off the post. Spuff, he's trying to turn it back around. Redirect attempt, but Moifin is there to save it away. And Galaxy, they desperately needed that one. And instead, this one is heading back the other way. Flip, he's trying to end it with a flip reset. Oh, my lord.
Man, I mean, that's a great play from Flip. A great first touch. I mean, able to get that one perfectly for the air dribble. It looks like he got helped out a little bit on that flip reset by Kamikaze, who was also pre-jumping. I think Whiteout know that they have the confidence, they have it in the bag, and I think they're just going to play super aggressive. They have nothing to lose. Even if they give up a couple goals, they're just wasting time at this point. Any clear into the Galaxy half is going to waste about 10 seconds, and so anytime they're just able to throw it away and get some space back, the Galaxy hasn't been able to score anything.
Yeah, now it's the final seconds tick away here on this one. Galaxy looking for anything really at this point, just to put one for the road here. Spuff, he's trying to send it up, looking to pop it off the backboard of Flip. He is going to control it, is going to be able to send it out. Whiteout going to find one more tally in the back of that. Moifin going to secure it, and Whiteout are going to secure their way to the semifinals.
Yeah, and I mean, Whiteout, super efficient, able to change up their play style, which is what I thought was really interesting. They started out very aggressive, using that kind of suffocating play style, and then just later, they're just allowing Galaxy to kind of over rotate and make a couple many mistakes. Whoa, great musty there coming out from Flip. I mean, it didn't really matter, right? It was 5-0, but I mean, one more to the tally. Gonna just give a little bit more of salt to the wound for Galaxy. And I mean, Whiteout just so efficient, especially in those counterattacks. I think that they're able to change up their play styles. They're able to talk about and change what they need to do to be able to come back from any deficit without using a timeout. They look very, very poised to make a deep run into the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I agree completely, Ventus. This team, they look like the 1 seed for a reason, and Flip in that game with the last second goal, gonna drop 5 goals, 3 saves, drop a clean 1,000 points on the game, or the series deciding game right there, able to end it off there. And I mean, just all in all, a great performance from Whiteout there in that series. Galaxy, they just didn't quite have, it seemed like they were close, Ventus, but at the end of the day, Whiteout did what they had to do to close it out. They made the saves, they found their way back on defense, and they performed really well. And now we'll have to wait to see how they do in the semifinals. Going to be another great matchup there in the top side of the bracket. So we're super excited about that one. But yeah, with that being said, though, that is going to end it off for us for this first matchup of the night here. When we come back, we're sticking things around. I think you might be seeing me on the pitch, maybe, possibly Ventus. I don't know. Maybe I'll be there in the next matchup playing some Rocket League, some playoff action. So make sure you guys stick around, and we will see you guys in a little bit.